Yo, what's up guys, That Body Ryan here. Got another video for you today. I didn't think I was going to be able to have the time to do it, but I came across a couple hours and decided to go ahead and upload another commentary. Apologize again for the one yesterday. It was just a bad day and everything. I didn't think I was going to get the time to do this one today, so I wanted to still upload something. A lot of people have been asking me to upload stuff for them, and you know, I wanted to get something out. I didn't think I was going to have time to do this, but got this video. This is Sonny True Love. He ran into some guys from JPG and messed them up pretty bad. They played a game before this one and they beat him 200 to 150 something. This one's a lot closer, 200 197, but he goes for 63 kills and something like 17 deaths. Not really sure, I don't remember, but you'll see it at the end. They had more players with them, the JPG, but a couple people left in the first game, a couple people leave in the second game. You'll see at the end there's only 6 people on the team. I don't know if they had a full party or what, but there's only 6 people left, and there's some spectators, and I mean, you know, that's what happens. People leave the game when somebody's going ham on them, and in this video, Sonny goes pretty ham. It's good gameplay, lots of running and gunning, competitive. So, bringing you this video today, and hopefully something else, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Not really sure, but I think I've figured out the issues with the audio stuff, and I'm going to try to get another one up there. I think I'm going to go ahead and actually tell you some stories in this one. I'm going to make this story time episode 2. Come to the fact that most of my stories are either highly illegal stories or just pretty messed up things happening that maybe I shouldn't be talking about. But I'm going to try to think of a couple more things here that I can actually talk about on YouTube. I don't want to get myself in trouble, and I've got little brothers and stuff that watch this, so you know, I don't want to talk too bad about myself. But I got one story about chasing this kid Zach. Basically what I used to do was chase people around in this van that I had, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you should probably go back and watch the previous story time. It gives you a little bit explanation. But I used to chase people around before they knew it was actually me in the van. Whether they were my friends or people that I knew or whatever, I'd chase them. And sometimes they'd figure out it was me, and other times they wouldn't. But my friend, whose real name is Elvis, and another guy John, were going to go meet up with this guy Zach, who I didn't really like Zach, so I didn't really care. But they were going to meet up with him at the mall. He worked at the mall. He was getting off work. They were going to go meet up with him and go do something or whatever. But they wanted to set up this prank on Zach that I would end up chasing him around. So when they got there, I was hiding like around the corner or whatever, and they told him that this black van had been following them, that they need to go real fast, and I'm like, let's get out of here. You know, they set it up pretty good. I come flying around the corner. They're all standing by their car. They had just told them that this van had been chasing them, and this kid Zach hops in his car and just takes off, man. He was flying around the parking lot, doing a big circle. You know, there's a big circle around the mall, the road that goes all the way around it. He was just on that road. He didn't even go to the main road. He was just driving around this circle. I chased him around that circle like 4 or 5 times, dude, and he had no idea what was going on. I could see him on the phone. I don't know if he was calling 911 or the cops, or I don't know what it was, but yeah, you know, I pretty much pretended like I lost him, and he pulled up, and he still sees Elvis and John sitting in the same spot laughing. So you know, he stops there, and they're like, "What's going on?" And they're just making fun of him, and I run the corner, man, and the kid's just sitting there about to hop in his car, even though they already told him it was me. And oh man, this kid pissed his pants, dude. He was so scared. He literally pissed his pants. It was pretty hilarious. But needless to say, Zach didn't ever really talk to me again. Didn't like me that much after that, but I didn't really care because I didn't like his ass anyways. But that was a pretty funny story. If you were there, you probably would have been dying of laughter. Got a couple more minutes. Another one I could probably tell you is I went to go pick up a body at the hospital. This lady had died at the hospital. I was picking her up, and they're supposed to tell you when somebody's fat because they send two or more people to pick this person up, because you gotta pick them up and put them on the cart and put them in the van. But they didn't tell us, and this lady ended up being about 450 pounds. And you know, I got her on the cart and wheeled her outside, and I got her right up to the van, and I've pretty much been struggling this whole time. And there's just some guy sitting there smoking a cigarette on his break or whatever. I'm assuming he worked at the hospital, but he's watching me struggle with this huge lady, man. And you know, this might not be the best thing to say or whatever, but like, I'm trying to shove her up in this van on the cart, just like, you know, an ambulance cart on a little gurney, and it wasn't happening. The cart broke, the legs broke off the cart, the whole cart just flopped over, landed on the ground. So now I got a broken cart and just a lady laying on it, and oh man, it was a pain in the ass, but I finally wedged it up in there and shoved it all the way in there. And when I do, the fucking guy's over there smoking a cigarette finally walks over and says, "Hey, do you need some help?" And I'm just like, man, fuck you, dude. But, well, that's the end of the story. That's the end of the video. There you go, Sonny True Love going ham. Peace.